Howdy folks, another day in the dude abides life, and I got a project for you. I'm going to attempt something I don't think's ever been done. I have not researched it, so I'm going to go ahead and shoot myself in the foot right now by admitting that I haven't done any research. But here we have a standard issue differential out of a 90s, early 2000s MTD. Here, I'll just show you. Picked up this tractor for free a week ago, and it was going to be a little more work than it was worth to get it profitable to sell. So we took the motor, fixed another tractor with the motor, and stole this rear end out to put in this tractor here. Some of you may recognize it's the old lady's tractor, and yeah, she needs a locker. We've been doing a lot of mudding. There's Bill Mumford. We've been doing a lot of mudding, and the standard one wheel peel just isn't cutting it anymore. And this thing's full of grease. I'm going to be honest, there's a slight spark of laziness. I don't want to take this apart, try to clean it up, try to weld it, and then end up having it be crooked or cockeyed or something. So here's what I'm going to do. I'll tell you a little story. I had a Traxxas RC that had one wheel peel, and it was a four-wheel drive. So technically, one wheel was peeling in each axle, and I didn't want that anymore. So what I did is I filled the diff full of hot glue and made it to where the little diff gears, spider gears, could not spin, even if they could somehow mulch up all the hot glue. It was so dense that it wouldn't be able to spin. And by golly, that little diff held up to a lot of abuse, and in fact, I broke that truck in half long before my hot glue locker gave out. So I had a similar idea on this, except for I'm not going to use hot glue. I'm not going to use epoxy. I'm going to use something even more ludicrous. And I'm going to use some microfiber towel to wedge in there. I got a bunch of old crappy microfiber towels, and I'm going to cut them up, and I'm going to wedge them in there so tight that those gears can't spin in there. And then I'm gonna come up with some sort of way to keep those towels from falling out of there while this axle's spinning, and hopefully that will act as our locker on this tractor. You guys are going to be the first ones to see how it works, as well as I am. I have no idea. I was actually trying to clean these gears up, and the paper towels got wedged in there, and I couldn't turn the gears. And that gave me the idea, well, shoot, might as well try to shove some rag in there. I mean, this is going to be experimental, and it could possibly fail. If it's going to fail if I weld it, I might as well fail with something that's not that big of a deal. Towels or rags, they get mulched up, it doesn't work, guess what? Your end will probably still work. If I frick up with the welder, things get out of alignment, garbage. So I'm going to try the towels. I'll show you what it looks like here in just a moment with a bunch of towels shoved up in there. Alright folks, so the thought occurred to me that some of you might be desperate enough or dumb enough like me to actually attempt this on your own stuff. I wouldn't recommend it. I'm throwing that out there now. Don't recommend it. But if you are going to be dumb like me, and you just want your tractor rear end and your lawn tractor to be locked, and you don't give a crap, the sucker is going to be grease filled, so it shouldn't be ruining these rags. So here's what I've done. I've cut a little strip, I don't know, like 2.5 inch strip wide, and shoved one in there already. I'm about to shove another. It's already locking up like I thought it would with just one in there. but I want this sucker to be solid with rag, so we're gonna rag the diff. I'm super excited to see if this works. I hope you are too, so stick around. Alright, so here's our rag locker, folks. She's jam-packed full of dirty old blue microfiber rag, and she definitely is jammed up nice and tight. I mean, I'd call it a slight limited slip because there is like a quarter of a turn in either direction before she binds up tight. But I think I'm just going to shove some grease around that shit, pardon my French, and call it a day. I think that'll kind of keep the rags in place and keep things from rusting in there. And yeah, we'll shove her back together, see what the hell happens. Why not? I'll show you how it works. Alright, folks, you might have seen we're working on a rag locker build for this yard machine right here, and we're about to put it to the test and see if it's really going to hold up to the two-wheel peel. We got some good terrain here. We got some mud. We got some sand. You're not supposed to ride in that creek. We're not going to do that. But we will ride around the edge of the creek and in the mud along the lake. And we'll see how well this locker holds up. Well, as you saw, rag locker worked pretty good. Held up really well, considering the fact that it's made out of nothing but rags and grease. Both me and my cousin ripped that tractor around all weekend. We're pretty hard on it, and still locked, still holding. So I think the engine's getting a little tired. We're a little hard on it, but yeah, I think it worked.